In this video, we're going to do a JEE 2020 paper 1 question. So if we have roots phi 1 and phi 2, it means the polynomial looks like this: x minus phi 1 times x minus phi 2. And this will be equal to x squared minus parentheses phi 1 plus phi 2. Then the last term will be minus will be plus phi 1 times phi 2. In this case, if we for the first equation, we would have that a plus b, which is our first roots, is equal to minus 20 because it's the negative version. And ab, just looking at it, it would be 2020, so that would be 2020, negative 2020. So for the second equation, we have c plus d will be 20, and cd will be 2020. So I just rewrote the equation, and so we can just FOIL this out. So this would be a squared c minus ac squared plus a squared d minus ad squared plus b squared c minus bc squared plus b squared d minus bd squared. Now we're going to take the c squared term, the a squared terms, the b squared terms, and the c squared terms, and we're going to try to factor those out. So in the first case, we have, let's say, a squared, and now we want to factor something with a squared out, which would be c plus d, and nothing else has a squared in it. And then we're going to factor something out with b squared, so I'm going to cross the things I already used. So b squared will be c plus d again, so we're going to cancel those things out, and then we're going to do the c squared terms, so that would be, we're actually going to do negative c squared because we have negative signs. So we have negative ac squared and bc squared, negative bc squared. So we're going to do a plus b. And finally, for d squared, it's going to be the same thing, a plus b. And then we cancel all of these out. So this is not really equals anymore. This is equals. Okay, so we're going to factor out c plus d. So this would be c plus d. We're left with a squared plus b squared. We're going to factor out a negative a plus b. And we're going to be left with c squared plus d squared. We also should know that x squared plus y squared is x plus y quantity squared minus 2xy, excuse me. And because we know these, this will really help us. Okay, so this is equal to c plus d times a plus b quantity squared minus 2ab, and then parentheses minus a plus b times the quantity c plus d quantity squared minus 2cd. So now we have everything we need. We have c plus d equals 20, a plus b, and cd. So we can just plug those things in. So c plus d is 20. A plus b is negative 20, but we're squaring that, minus 2 times 2020, but I think with a negative sign. Yep. 2020. And then parentheses minus, and we're going to have minus 2020 times 20 squared minus 2 times just 2020, I think. Yep. Okay. So this is 20 times 400 plus 4,040. Subtract, we're going to add it with 20 times 20 squared minus 4,040. So now, and 20 squared is 400. So now, simplification, I mean, you could just do this. This would be 20 times, that will be 440. Actually, let's factor out 20 first, because that probably will make things a lot easier. So this will be 400. So 4440, and then plus, actually, no, let's not do that. Okay, 400 plus 4,040 plus 400 minus 4,040. We see a cancellation right here. So this will be 800. 20 times 400 plus 400 is 800, which is 16,000, 3 zeros. And in this case, the answer will be D. And that is the end of the video.